Peace be with you. Let us all go through a reading from the Bible and grow with its teachings. Please share to your friends and loved ones so that they too will benefit from the word of the Lord. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
1 John chapter 3 verse 17 to 24. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Dear children, let us not love with words or speech but with actions and in truth. This is how we know that we belong to the truth and how we set our hearts at rest in His presence. If our hearts condemn us, we know that God is greater than our hearts, and He knows everything. Dear friends, if our hearts do not condemn us, we have confidence before God and receive from Him anything we ask, because we keep His commands and do what pleases Him. And this is His command, to believe in the name of His Son, Jesus Christ, and to love one another as He commanded us. The one who keeps God's commands lives in Him, and He in them. And this is how we know that He lives in us. We know it by the Spirit He gave us.
If we do not divide our bread with the hungry, we certainly would not lay down our life for Jesus. Whatever love we may pretend to mankind, if we are not charitable and benevolent, we give the lie to our faith. If we do not have compassion, we do not have the love of God in us. If we shut up our generosity to the poor, we shut Christ out of our hearts, and ourselves out of heaven.
Now coming to practical examples. We've been blessed, we've been prospered, we have a lot of world's goods. Then we see a brother in Christ who is in great need and yet we don't reach out to help him in his need. How can we really say that the love of Christ abides in us? We cannot really love them and shut our heart up on their need and be cold and calloused concerning their need. How does the love of God really dwell in us? How can we say that God's love dwells in us? It is easy to profess love. But loving in words, that isn't where it's at. Let us love in deed. Let us show our love by what we do, not by our words only. It is good to express it, but it is better to show it in our deeds. In reaching out, in helping, in giving a call, in giving a word of encouragement, in giving support financially if necessary, to reach out and love to touch each other and to help each other. Let us love in deed, for that is, love in truth. How do we know that we are of the truth then? If we love in truth and love in our deeds, that is how we know that we are of the truth. Now, at times our hearts do condemn us and that there are people suffering under the condemnation of their own heart. They always go away castigating themselves saying, "Why did I say that?" Or "Why did I do that?" But if our hearts condemn us, God is greater than our hearts. St. Paul said, "Who is he that condemns us? It is Christ who died, rather is risen again, and is at the right hand of the Father making intercession for us." Romans 8 verse 34. There is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. Romans 8 verse 1. If our heart condemns us, God is greater than our heart. Now, receive from Him anything we ask. There are a lot of people that take this part as a promise, but if we continue reading the verse, it says, because we keep His commands and do what pleases Him. You see, there are some sort of broad promises given to us in the Bible. Jesus said, "And whatsoever things you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them." Matthew 21 verse 22. People just take that, and they start preaching these sermons on faith. Faith, all you need is faith. Whatsoever things you desire, do you desire it? Believe and you'll have it. Who was Jesus talking to? He was not talking to the multitudes, He was talking to His disciples. But what constitutes being a disciple? If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Matthew 16 verse 24. That needs to be stamped over the top of that. Whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Deny yourself, take up your cross and follow me. What does that mean? It means that your prayers will only be on those things that are for His glory and for His kingdom and not to satisfy your own desires of making a big splash, say, in material things. When we keep his commandments and we do those things that are pleasing to his sight, then we have power in prayer, because our prayers are not directed towards our self-interest and our own self-enhancement, but our prayers are on the things of his kingdom and things for his glory and things whereby others may prosper and be blessed.
In hindsight, Jesus does not give us a long list of what to do and what not to do. All he said is to just believe in him and love one another. It is easy to remember to just believe in him and to love one another. He does not lay a long list and burden that we will have a hard time fulfilling. Just do this: believe in Jesus and love each other. And he that keeps his commandments dwells in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abides in us by his Spirit which he has given us. Please help spread the word of the Lord by sharing this video. Again, thank you, and may God bless us all always.